Hi Libra, it's me Kate. This is your reading for August 2nd through the 8th, right up until the Lionsgate portal. You excited? It's great manifestation time. I've got some older videos on the channel where I walk you through Lionsgate manifestation. Maybe I'll link those down below. But let's get into your reading for this week. I hope you are doing well. Four of Pentacles, the energy you are coming into this reading with. Temperance, the energy around you. Five of Cups as the basis of this reading. In our recent past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I had to pause the reading for a second. My nose is itching like crazy. Don't know what that means. Ten of Cups as a potential. Beautiful. Future, Seven of Pentacles. Negative feelings, Three of Pentacles. External factors, Emperor. Hopes and wishes, Judgment. And our outcome, Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. Fast movement happening. Really, really cool energy there. All right, we do have a clarifying deck, and my nose is still just driving me nuts. But let's get into your reading. Enough about my nose. I don't know why it's itching so much. I feel like I have dog fur up it, which could be. Four of Pentacles. This is an energy of wanting to protect what's yours. She's hanging on to her purse. She's got it closed, and she's turning her attention away from something. This can be a card of boundaries, but it's mostly about just protecting what's yours. Sometimes this can be overprotective, where you're not wanting to invest in the future. It's the person who has like $100,000 in their bank account collecting 1% interest, where they could invest it and get 9 or 10% interest. So this can be a miser card. But in this reading, I feel like you are just protecting what is yours. And there are some reasons why. We'll walk through this. Temperance is the energy that is around you. It's often the challenge. Like, what is the thing that you need to be working on? This is a card of alchemy, and it is a card of patience. So there's some energy around you that is asking you to transmute something. So you may be in a very protective mode when you don't necessarily have to be. But I think some things have happened in your past that are a little upsetting to you, because we have the Five of Cups as the basis for this reading. And the Five of Cups it's all about losing something that's important to you, and having our attention focused on that. Now, it's a card of duality, right? So we have cups behind her that she gets to keep, and cups that are spilling. She's focused on the spilling. So the message of the card is, of course, to focus on the positive. But I would like you to give yourself space. Give yourself space to grieve whatever this upsetting situation is, whatever is causing you to focus on the negative. The only reason you're focusing on the negative is that something's showing up and you're having a reaction to it, and your opportunity is to heal. This is a card of changing emotions, right? We're feeling sadness, but there is an opportunity for us to feel gratitude as well. So there's some kind of issue happening with you that is causing you to focus on the negative when positives are still there. But still, I would honestly say that it's okay to grieve whatever spilling, whatever happy thing is causing you to feel like maybe just a little defensive. And the message here is to alchemize that experience so that we can turn negatives into positives. Temperance is all about alchemy. It's taking base metal, turning it into gold, taking water, turning it into wine, taking a negative and turning it into a positive. And you have that opportunity here. We also got the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this energy kind of is a foundation for this reading. This is fast, focused movement towards a successful goal. And you have this success around you. You also have, as a potential, the 10 of Cups, which is hanging out here in the potentials. So we have success on the table here. There's just some situation that we need to alchemize somehow. In your recent past, you have the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who's very secure with their finances. She's not in Four of Pentacles energy. This is someone who feels very secure. She knows where the money is coming from. She knows that it's going to continue to come. She's sitting in her forest with her pentacles and just feeling very positive about her stuff. I think maybe something happened that caused you to kind of go into defensive mode with that Four of Pentacles. And it's also something that's causing you a little bit of emotional upset. But I think the outcome of this is going to be really, really positive. The fact that we have the 10 of Cups as a potential and we have the 7 of Pentacles in our future. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is a card of wondering whether or not something has been worth it. But you're moving from the 4 of Pentacles into the 7 of Pentacles, and I think that's positive. Because if you look at the root system on that plant, it's pretty strong. You've put a lot of attention into the foundation of something related to your money. And you see we have all these pentacles. You went from Queen of Pentacles, something happening that brings you into 4 of Pentacles, sort of this defensiveness, and then 7 of Pentacles, which is, well, I do have a really strong foundation here. I wonder if it's going to turn into something. We have a lot of changing energy on the table, however, and I think you are going to swiftly, with that 8 of Wands, turn something that feels negative right now into a positive. 4 of Pentacles is not a negative card. It's just you knowing that you need to protect what's yours. And Temperance here is telling you to alchemize whatever has happened, whatever's been upsetting, whatever has caused you to feel defensive. Alchemize that into something that is powerful and that turns into a really solid foundation for you that gives you the happy home, happy family, fortune after difficulty. That is what your potential is. And I think with the right attitude, that is something that you can experience. I think something might have happened at work because in your negative feelings, you have 3 of Pentacles, which is working with other people to create something. But it's one person who is the leader. Without the guy holding up the macrame thing, the project doesn't happen. He's foundational. He's the leader here. But this is in your negative feelings position. It could be that you have negative feelings about the leader of a project that you're working on, your boss, but there's some kind of negative feeling about working with other people that I think is contributing to this 5 of Cups experience that you're having, the thing that we need to alchemize. You're feeling negative here. It could be a boss, because in your external factors, as it relates to this reading, you have the Emperor. This is someone who is an authority. I'm thinking that maybe the boss is driving you nuts right now, and there's just some kind of authority figure in your life who is causing some kind of negative feeling around you. This is external factors. Somebody might be bossing you around, telling you what to do, telling you that we're downsizing. There's just some kind of authority figure that is a factor here. Now, it could be that your boss is great and there's just a team member who's being kind of annoying that is causing you some problems. And either way, it is causing you to feel very defensive and very protective of what is yours. Your hopes and wishes, you have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is, in this reading, I feel like it is a rebirth. You want a rebirth. You want some kind of major culmination. You want something big to change. This is someone who's being raised up in spirit. This is spirit kind of coming in, intervening, and making things happen for you, things that you're not quite even sure that you need to have happen. My experience with this was getting a problem solved that I didn't even know was a problem because I was focused on something else. I was kind of in this energy, and I was focused on one particular problem. And so I called somebody, they came out, they found another problem, and the thing I was worried about wasn't even a problem. This is in your hopes and wishes. I think you're hoping to, one, gain some understanding why these things are happening for you, and then also to have spirit intervene and give you some kind of rebirth, some kind of It's almost like you want a savior to come in to help you, but actually you are the savior with the Temperance card. By having patience and alchemizing this situation and turning it into a positive, taking that Five of Cups and transmuting that into something where you say, you know what, I still have cups, I still have pentacles, I still have good things. Finding the gratitude and then building upon that foundation. Because if we look at the Seven of Pentacles and we're just focused on the plant, we're looking at the outcome of that rather than what we have invested in. So I think alchemizing all of these situations that have sort of this dualistic nature to them and turning negatives into a positive is really your solution to this. The outcome is the Hanged Man, which is really beautiful because it's taking a rest and getting a new perspective. The outcome is that you're going to get a rest and a new perspective. And this new perspective, the fact that that's coming out as an outcome is telling us that you are going to transmute this situation and turn it into a success. You have the support of the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is all about successful completion, rapid conclusion, that is successful of whatever this is. And the fact you've got the Fortune After Difficulty card as your potential, I think you're going to transmute this into a positive, even though you might have some defensive and maybe some negative feelings going on right now. There could be something that has happened that is just not fair, and there's something beyond your control that I don't think you're in dire straits or anything. I just think some blip has happened, but the ultimate outcome of this blip is that you're going to get a new perspective and you're going to transmute all of this situation. If you're up for that challenge of transmuting it, I mean, this is not in the outcome. This is the challenge. This is the thing that if you take it on, this is the thing that's going to help lead you to this outcome of an entirely new perspective. And I think that perspective is what gives you the Judgment card of sort of this rebirth and understanding who you really are, that you are actually the authority in your life, not this emperor guy, not this person that's on the Three of Pentacles. You are the actual emperor of your own life rather than whatever is going on at work. All right, let's pull some clarifiers and we'll get some oracle cards out for you as well. And of course, with this Lionsgate is just such a great energy for manifestation. It's just like the way things are lining up. That's a perfect time for you to transmute anything, to really focus on this outcome of the Ten of Cups so that you can pull in that happy home, happy family, happy feelings, that fortune after difficulty. Nose is still itching. I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to look it up. But it started as I was starting this reading, and it's pretty much happening throughout the whole reading. Actually, I might just pause the video and go look it up and see what I can share with you about that. Let me do that. I just looked that up, and it says, an arrival is near. Folk tradition says an itchy nose is a direct sign that a stranger, guest, or unexpected message will knock at your door, or people are talking behind your back. And then if your tip of your nose is itching, which is where I'm feeling it, it points to upcoming positive messages or fresh starts in your personal life or spiritual path. So that kind of aligns with that entire message. But let's get back and look at these clarifying cards. What a weird thing to have happen in a reading. It just keeps itching. All right, we are getting the Three of Pentacles again. So this is definitely about working with other people. Definitely the cause of the negative situation with the Three of Pentacles. I think somebody at work, somebody in a project, somebody around you is just kind of driving you bonkers and making you feel insecure about things happening at work, and you're not quite sure if things are going to be worth it. But what the reading's really saying is that there is some kind of foundation that you are creating here that is good, but you'll have to decide whether or not you stick around with all of this. I think the changed perspective is going to help you. You've got the Empress coming out, which is beautiful energy. So you're going from Queen of Pentacles, now clarified with the Empress, which is kind of the queen of everything. This is birthing a new life, magically birthing a new life. When you get that experience with the Judgment card of having that insight come, of Spirit kind of just coming in and solving things for you, and then this new perspective, I think that Empress card is leaning into that 10 of Cups for you. But Empress is more abundant than just cups feeling good. It's actual good. It's Pentacles energy and Wands energy, feeling passionate. It's emotions with the cups, and it's mental clarity as well. She's the Empress of everything. Now, we do have Empress and Emperor on the table, but Emperor's external factors, and I think you're much more the Queen of Cups. It could be this is a relationship reading, and if it's a relationship reading, I just think maybe some hurtful things were said that are causing you to feel defensive, but the potentials here of this being a solid, happy relationship are really, really good. I think it's just some hurt feelings going on. Maybe you guys were working on like a family project with the Three of Pentacles and tempers flared up or something like that. Disagreements about the paint color, that kind of thing. But I think everything is just fine, and that new perspective is really going to help you. And we are getting the Moon. The Moon is all about intuitive energy. It is... The Moon in this reading, I feel like your intuition, the Empress, she knows what's going on. She just intuits. It's just magical for her. And I think your intuition has some signs for you as to what everything means and what is going on. And of course, if you're in this reading and you're still here, you should be using your intuition for this reading more than anything else. I mean, this is an exercise in my intuition, but I'm reading for a collective. I don't know your particular situation, only you do. So I'm laying out the cards, and it's your job to kind of show up as well and to use your intuition to intuit how this is working out for you, because these messages aren't going to necessarily apply to everyone, and you might be in your sun energy, but you have a Libra moon, and so this is not necessarily 100% all you. So definitely check your sun, your moon, your rising, check everything. All right, let's pull a message from the universe card and see what we've got here. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than anything you leave behind. So that is definitely a positive message. Good things are on their way. So anything that has caused you to feel defensive, I think you are going to transmute it and everything's going to be fine. You've got yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. So that could be associated with that Five of Cups. And with the yoke, honestly, to me, it feels like, especially like in a relationship, you're yoked to someone, or even in a working relationship, you're yoked to people. You're in an agreement with them. So you might be just really frustrated. You want to do things one way. You're feeling like this fast energy with the Eight of Wands of moving things forward, and everybody else is too slow. So something about that just being frustrating. Rose, you've got romances in the air. If this is about a relationship for you, I think this is beautiful. It's just telling me that the romance is still alive. There might have been a disagreement, but everything is still really, really positive. Got that 10 of Cups up there. You got coins. Money will be coming to you. That sounds wonderful. And you've got the Star, guaranteed success. So whatever you're working on, it is going to be successful. It is going to be positive. I think this is just like minor thing, but I think it's allowing you the freedom and flexibility to just have such a different perspective that solidifies the relationship. Sometimes you really know who people are when you're working on a project with them. You know, I have friends who do camping and they have the trailer or whatever, and there's like this funny meme of, I'm sorry what I said when you were backing up the trailer. You know, like when you're working on something with someone, something that's stressful, that's when you know who they really are. And then you decide. I see nothing but positivity here. I think there's just this blip where you're getting to really understand who people are. The Five of Cups is a card about changing your feelings It is not a card of disappointment. It's not a card of, oh, you're losing something, so therefore this reading is all terrible. It gives you the opportunity to transmute something and to see beyond it. And I think you're getting that with that Hanged Man. So yeah, you're feeling a little defensive. Something happened, but I think it's something really minor because every other card that we have out here is really, really positive. I hope this reading was helpful to you. If so, like the video, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'm really happy that you're here, and we will see you in next week's readings.